Well, hello there, Brother Bobby and other tiny useless babies that are hideously overpriced and deals with the devil. Welcome to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where, yesterday, you may remember we picked up Eden's Blessing, which may or may not be relevant to this run. Now, I did start recording this run, so I already know what we've got with Eden's Blessing. I recorded 28 seconds of a run, and then my headphones died. So I have, well, the battery in them died. They didn't, like, you know, capitulate. So I've plugged them in with the cable, as if we live in the mid-2000s. So everything is now good. But normally I would restart and I wouldn't even mention it. However, sorry, 57 seconds. However, this Eden's Blessing was very high tier. In fact, I'd argue it's one of the highest tiers because we got Sacred Heart as our item with Eden's Blessing just straight off the bat there. So honestly, we're carrying on. We're carrying on. We're gonna roll with it. I feel like we are a little bit of a disadvantage at having to restart a run only to get Sacred Heart, but never mind. That's a joke. I'm so annoyed by those fucking headphones because I started recording it, right? So if I stop recording an Isaac episode and restart it and have to edit together, it loses a lot of quality, etc., etc. Adds another hour onto production time. Kind of defeats the point of playing Isaac on this channel, which is meant to be a quick kind of, you know, warm-up or just kind of a 30 minute to an hour thing that I can just hit the record button and upload. If I'm then having to sort out audio problems and edit around all that, that adds a 30-minute render time, and then it reduces the quality of the video anyway because it gets compressed again through Adobe Premiere, right? So I try and avoid editing Isaac wherever possible. There has been one or two occasions where it's basically been unavoidable. What's that item there? Oh, we got the, what's it called? Like, coupon? Coupon code? Store coupon? I don't remember what it's called. So, we're going today to Dogma, and given that we're starting with Sacred Heart, I'd say we're off to, I mean, arguably the best start you could ever have in Isaac. There's probably not much better than this. Honestly, I'd take like a Holy Mantle, maybe, over a Sacred Heart, because damage you can build up over the course of a run, right? But it's nice to have it in the bag. Maybe even, what's the little soul generator? You know, the blue cross. I can't remember what the hell it's called now. That would be pretty good as well. I'll take it. I'm not going to complain that we got Sacred Heart as our random item here. 7 damage off the bat. Not to mention, if we get ourselves in the Horror Babylon mode permanently, that'd be pretty ideal. Anyway, today's been a day of massive inconvenience. So, I have a Bluetooth controller. That being the PlayStation 5 DualShock 5. I've always liked PlayStation controllers. Out of the PlayStation Xbox design, I prefer the PlayStation one personally. I actually had an Xbox, but I still prefer the PlayStation controller design. And the PlayStation controller, the DualShock, whatever it is now, the PlayStation 5 controller, no, the white one. It was like 20 quid on Amazon one day. They had a sale. Oh, chocolate milk Sacred Heart. Kapow! I actually really like that. I might switch over to using the face buttons now rather than the stick. I'm not sure. We'll see how we get on. This is an incredible run. Chocolate milk Sacred Heart is like so fucking high tier. Anyway, what was I talking about? Right, so I've got this, anyway, DualShock 5 PlayStation 5 controller because it was very, very cheap. And I would argue it's one of the best controllers you can buy right now. The haptic triggers are very, very nice. They don't work on PC, but I have experienced them and they are very, very good. The overall feel of the controller is really nice. The buttons are good, etc., etc., etc. You know how it is. More to the point, it's natively supported by Steam and on PC by extent. Good dodge. Good dodge. High tier. So that's obviously pretty helpful. I know Xbox is arguably even more natively supported. But, I mean, you can use any controller you want with PC these days. You could quite literally use Switch controllers. I've got a fight stick intended for the Switch that I can use on the PC. I tried playing Isaac with that, and honestly, it was a mistake. It was an absolutely horrible mistake. I played Dark Souls 3 with it as well. Bear in mind, that thing's got a single stick to it. It's not a dual stick controller. So I couldn't move the camera. I got up to the Vort fight and beat Vort through quite literally sound alone. Because you can only face in one direction, right? And he charges through you. So you have to stand there and listen out for when he's about to do his charge. You know what? We will use the face buttons. Just because it's easier to, you know, kind of spam click that than it is to stick flick. Winky face. Anyway, the whole thing was the whole thing was a mess. That is using a fight stick to play Dark Souls. Would not recommend. Anyway, so I got this Bluetooth controller, but I've also got a Bluetooth studio headphones. They're Audio-Technica M50Xs, which are some of the best headphones, well, ever, in my opinion. I had a pair of wired ones that I bought in 2013, and they only broke at the start of this year. And that was not even a fault of the headphones. It was like the cable, the connecting cable. I know you can buy replacement cables and whatnot, but it's the actual joint inside that. I guess from where I'd unplugged it and replugged it so frequently and swapped out cables because I used to use them for my guitar amp and for my PC as well. So I'd be probably swapping out the cable from a kind of springy cable, a coiled cable, and a more traditional one far more frequently than the regular user. And over the course, look, I mean, they lasted me, what, like 8 years for a pair of headphones with, like, really, really good audio quality and actually very comfortable when you replace the stop pads on them. Because the stop pads are pretty shit, I won't lie. So I replaced those for, I mean, the Bluetooth pair costs the same as the regular pair on Amazon at the time when I bought them. And, look, Bluetooth is lower quality audio, for sure. Because you can never get this, you won't ever get the same quality of a Bluetooth, which you will with a cable. Do we even want to go? Honestly, Devil Deals, they suck. They're awful. But we've got Sacred Heart. The only thing, honestly, high-tier Devil Deal items these days, you got, like, your Brimstone and your... you got Brimstone, obviously the Pact. What else could we potentially want? Dart Bum. I'll take a look. Little Abaddon or Lusty Blood. Lusty Blood is high-tier. And it puts in the Horror Babylon state. So you know what? I will take that. We've got to be careful, though, on the Dogma fight with that. Obviously, we don't really get much benefit from Lusty Blood there. Anyway, what was I talking about? Right, so I've got these. I've got the headphone version, the Bluetooth version. They're more convenient. You know, I pick them up. They connect to my phone. They connect to my PC. They've got actually a surprisingly long battery life on them. The audio quality is slightly worse, but given the base unit is already really, really good audio quality, like honestly, the regular user wouldn't notice. I do kind of notice because I use it for guitar amps and kind of shit like that. Obviously, video editing as well. When I'm doing some more fine audio details, like a remote series starts and shit like that. And for Ableton as well, I use it for. And my preamp. Anyway, I use it for a lot of various reasons, so I'm probably more likely to notice it than someone just playing COD or whatever. But conversely, you can just plug a cable in, which is exactly what I've done. I don't know why you would ever buy the... I don't think there's any internal differences between the wired and the Bluetooth ones. Besides the Bluetooth, they're slightly heavier because they've got a Bluetooth wireless, kind of bypass in there. But that's it. I think it's the same driver, which is all that's important. I might actually take Forget Me Now on this floor. We'll see how we feel. I mean, it's just 3 items, right? And we need all the help we can get on this. On this run. But it turns out, so on my old PC, the motherboard just had a Bluetooth connector in. And I want... Okay, firstly, before anybody leaves this fucking comment, if you've already left it, shame on you. The comment about how, why would you ever use wireless devices? Wireless devices have, like a delay, or they're less responsive. Yeah, maybe in the mid-2020s. Wireless technology is, like, insanely good now. And you're only lying to yourself if you believe that similar results, if not almost identical results. Anyway, it's something I wouldn't notice as a layman. If you were, like, a CSGO pro or whatever, as in, like, a professional player of CSGO, not like a small Counter-Strike camera. If you were a professional player of that, you might notice the difference between wired and wireless. However, wireless mice, like, for example, the Logitech X Superlight, whatever the fuck it's called. I own that mouse. Again, another one on sale on Amazon. I got it, like, really, really cheap, too. Like, hyper cheap for what it is, which is, an esports level mouse. Oh, pardon! I have to. Puts us in a dangerous position for HP. I'd actually take the pentagram, too, if, Satan would be generous, but that's okay. I've got the mouse too because it was incredibly cheap. Basically, I've gone full wireless. That's the point I was going for. I'm trying to slowly switch over to full wireless because aesthetic is very important to me. Given that I sit in the same room for 14 hours a day, I want my environment to be somewhat nice because a big part of, keeping, I would say, arguably a positive mental health is that, oh, I see the point of this room. That's very good. If that thing blows up, it'll take the room with it. So this is danger zone. Would I prefer that to the razor blade? No, fuck yourself. How dare you? Come on. We need some sort of survivability here. How to jump, we will pick up and put back again. So it turns out... Oh, that's nice. The start of this, it was like almost vaguely like, a little over the top there. All over the top. I was going to say vaguely sexual. I don't know anybody who would make a noise like that. And if you do, you really need to reassess your life. It's very over the top for Capricorn, which is a great item, don't get me wrong. Let's go to that Forget Me Now. Fuck it. Anyway, started playing Isaac. Turns out, so I paired my controller via Bluetooth. I normally use a cable, but I was kind of annoyed with the cable being on my desk, hence why I switched over to wireless in the first place. Paired it with Bluetooth. Everything seemed fine. Put my headphones on. Paired those with Bluetooth. Turns out, Bluetooth can't support both of them at the same time. It was fine on my old PC because the motherboard had a really, really good Bluetooth baked-in adapter straight onto the I.O., which was real nice because it was super high capacity, etc., etc. Look at our fucking damage. 28.65 damage, floor 3. High tier. So we don't really need the Magician, do we? We've already got homing shots. So I set that up and then not enough capacity. So the controller inputs were like super delayed and the audio coming through the headphones sounded deep fried, which is good for memes, not so good for my poor ears. Nor good for recording. I think it probably annoyed you guys a little bit. We can now become Bookworm as well. And we can pick a book to take with us. I might actually take the Book of... I think I might take the Book of Sin. Book of Belial, strong argument for. Extra devil deals, whatnot. Honestly, in this situation, I feel like the Book of Sin is a bit more helpful for us. And we're Bookworm, so now we can fire. Kidney Stone, honestly, that's ruining. I'm not interested in that. That takes what we've got right now, which is an incredible run, into a shit run. Though we are charging shots anyway, I suppose there could be an argument for it. I'm not going to take it, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like it. I personally think that the distraction added by Kidney Stone outweighs the benefits. So, I found the cable out again that I packed away for my controller, because I was like, I'll just go, you know, wireless and then charge it up. It's a USB-C. I don't got my phone charger. I'll just charge it up with that. Try and keep very minimalist in the ways that I can. Got the fucking cable back out, plugged that in, and I was like, okay, we're good. You know, we're good. Headphones work, wireless, very nice, fancy, all that good shit. Then my headphones battery died. So I'm now back to being full wired mode. So overall, it's, granted, again, all the things that I never buy, you know, vanity technology for market value. I only ever wait till it's on sale. Hence the... You know, having actually this controller. I did need a new controller because my other one was just like a really crappy off-brand Xbox 360 one. So I bought this actually at the start. Well, whenever the PlayStation 5 came out because it was on sale because everyone was buying. They had basically no PlayStation 5s to sell, but a shitload of controllers. So what else were they going to do? So they put the fucking things on sale, of course. So that regular PC users. To be fair, I think they also work with the Nintendo Switch. It's just a regular X-input controller. I'm pretty sure last time my friend was here, he played Smash Bros. With a PS5 controller on a Nintendo Switch, which is, honestly, it's high tier. Finally, the world is unified. I want to get a wireless keyboard. To be honest, I need a new keyboard anyway, because I bought a Ducky keyboard. Again, it was cheap. I never buy vanity tech, because as far as I'm concerned, look, unless you're going for like a significant upgrade, let's say for example you're going from, you know, like a hard drive to an SSD, like a slow old spinning drive to a full-on speedy SSD. Well, that's a little different because for me there'd be a benefit to my work in doing that. But I'm talking like pure vanity tech. Like honestly, I would argue I guess that's fine. A wired mouse to a wireless mouse. That's kind of vanity. So I had a Logitech 502, which is one of the best mice, if not the best mouse ever made. But again, you know, I saw this particular super brand of mouse on sale, the Logitech X Super whatever. It was generally like £70. It's normally like £140 for a fucking mouse, which is disgusting. I wanted a new mouse anyway because the Logitech G502 has like a spinny middle mouse wheel, which is very, very fun to spin idly. However, I found myself spinning it far more than what was necessary, which also might explain why it failed. Just like mechanically it stopped working. Oh, I see he digs a hole over to you because he's after the coin, because Bumbo want coin. Anyway, the middle mouse button failed. You try using anything modern with, perfection. We can't take it because we got the fucking tick. Ah, that's annoying. Let's go back and get our item room then. We did an extra floor for a reason. Was I talking about? Bombo distracted me. Perfection distracted me. Don't remember. Pass. Next. Right, that's it. Yeah, so anyway, middle mouse failed. And if you try doing anything like on the internet or editing videos, holy shit, like using Premiere without a middle mouse button scrolling through the timeline, that was impossible. It added an extra 40 minutes onto my editing time, so I bought a new mouse. I was just going to buy another 502. Saw this one was on sale. It was like £5 more. Even, like, for the 502, that's an incredibly cheap price. I just can't justify vanity tech. Particularly because, again, you could make an argument that that wireless mouse is technically more responsive. Again, I'm not the type of person that would notice the fucking difference because I don't play Quake professionally. Although I absolutely would if I got an offer. Sorry, Brimwar's cancelled. We're only playing Quake 3 Arena. Oh, I wish I could say that. Never mind. Never mind. Have we unlocked Tainted Eve? I don't know that we have. I mean, obviously we haven't defeated Dogma before, so I don't think we have. And now we've got the tick. That's going to make that very difficult to do so. Is there any way we could spawn a trinket in an item room? Well, there are ways we can spawn trinkets, obviously. What about the smelter? Can you smelt the tick? I'm not entirely sure. There might be ways we can still do it, but we might have just screwed ourselves out of Tainted Eve by taking this bloody tick. What does it even do? It's like a damage upgrade or something? I really don't remember. It has some sort of... It's actually not bad. The tick effect isn't bad. It has some sort of okay passive effect, but I really don't remember what it is. Never mind. I kind of want a new keyboard, though. And that's the point I was going to make. My fucking keyboard, I bought this ducky keyboard because my old keyboard was a Microsoft Sidewinder, which was a macro membrane keyboard from genuinely like 2010. And I was like, I could do with a new keyboard. Because, you know, I take care of my things. They last a long time. We're going to take Curse of the Tower. I think I'm all right. So I bought this ducky keyboard, which was on sale at Box. Thank you, Box. If you know where to look, you can get good tech cheap. Oh, fuck it. Why not? This is basically a one run anyway. We might as well throw a bit of, variation into things here. Even though last time we took this, it killed me. And then I went on record of saying, I will never take this again. Oh, that was fruitcake. That was fruitcake. It's okay. This is a completely different item. Bought a ducky keyboard. Fancy ducky keyboard. The V and spacebar switches have already failed. So, they no longer click. They work, but they no longer click. Well, I say they work. They work sometimes. They kind of... I don't know exactly what has caused it. I don't know why just those two in particular would click or fail. I assume... I don't actually want the stopwatch. I assume it might have been some damage in shipping. Maybe it was sat in a warehouse. Maybe it got a little moist. Got a little moisture in the switches where it was sat in a warehouse and got damp. I don't fucking know. I wouldn't like to guess. Wouldn't like to assume. It's still good enough for me to use, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass when the spacebar stops working, you know? I'd argue spacebar is pretty important as high as keys on a keyboard go. We actually can't say that, can we? Oh, we can. Oh, because bone hearts count as red hearts. Oh, cool. I mean, that's okay. I have Belial. It's fine. I have Belial, Sacred Heart, Abaddon. This is a fucking high tier run. We've got a load of, like, honestly, genuinely A tier items here. No! Abaddon, Contract from Below. Sacred Heart is S tier. I would argue maybe even higher. Capricorn or Babylon is S tier. Contract from Below isn't very good anymore, is it? Actually, incredible. I'm going to do some donating here. Actually, why don't we get to the shop first? There's no reason to donate now. I'll give you one more. Just take it up to a nice even number. Hello? Got anything for me? No? Contract from Below, I take it back. What a guy. I suppose Contract from Below and Book of Sin, do they synergize? I don't remember. Contract from Below used to double all drops, didn't it? Now it's just like some drops. I mean, to be fair, even that is fine. Careful, careful, careful. Okay. Okay, we're good. Man, if we could get that Death's Touch, Sacred Heart, Eye of Belial effect on the Dogma fight. Holy crap. And there is... Oh, I should place it the other side. Oh, no, we still got it. It's okay. The Fool. That's a Yara, isn't it? Let's see if we can find a use for that Yara on this floor somewhere. Our damage is actually kind of disturbingly good now. Like, we've got the kind of double homing tiers, which I'm enjoying. So I'm going to buy a new keyboard. Honestly, I was looking at ergonomic keyboards, particularly because I sit and I type quite a lot. I type probably a lot more than people realize. Responding to comments and etc, etc, etc. Oh, no, I actually played that correctly then, didn't I? Whoops. Now what the comment section going to correct me on? I do genuinely find, and this is going to sound weird. Cricket's body on top of it. Fuck me, this run. I do generally find that when I've got a topic to talk about, I play better. I know that sounds weird, but when I'm focused on the game, and it's not just entirely muscle memory, it's like when I try and think about things, it's arguably worse. My brain just, I don't know, overcomplicates it. And when you've played Isaac for enough hours, it does just kind of become automatic. You pick up a lot of, muscle memory. I don't know why I thought only one switch would do it there. You do pick up a lot of muscle memory. This is so disturbingly powerful. Look. Look at this shit. The Fool. Or the Stars. Well, I wanted to backtrack from the item room anyway, so I guess the Stars works fine. Hello. That's a two-shot mum fight right there. We'll take that. We'll head into boss rush. We'll grab a thing. We want to take. Say, oh, there's actually 8 items on display. Oh, we can take soy milk. Done. Look. Even with soy milk. 4.8 damage. I can't be mad. I honestly think that was better. Like, genuinely a lot better. My god, look at the tears rate. That was with number 1 from, god damn. Look at those coins. This run is actually nuts. This is a nuts tier run. We've got everything. What have you got for me, fella? I didn't think you'd have much. Well, let's blow him up. Should have blown him up first. Get Chris chance to deal with the devil. A bit like now, obviously. Let's donate some coins. If we get money as power, I'll be very upset at this point. But you know what? Pay it forward. Honestly, the donation machine has got us out of some sticky... I was going to say sticky slots. Which is a horrible expression. I do invest a lot of YouTube paychecks back into technology to make my job easier, which is a kind of terrible way to run a business. I'm going to take all this money I've earned and then put it into something that makes me be able to... I don't know, I suppose it's the convenience, right? Be able to do my job better. It's a nice problem to have, don't get me wrong, but it would be maybe a more... I mean, look, I could have easily got by with the old mouse, the old keyboard, whatever. But also, if I'm doing this for 12 hours a day, I'd rather fucking not. Blank rune. Could be anything, including a black rune sucking up my Yarra card, damn it. Go on then. Cricket's head at this point. Honestly, I'll take that too. Fuck it. You know, I do need the tiers upgrade. We're at 22 tiers on that room. 23.84 tiers. I thought the hard cap was... Well, the hard cap now is 25, isn't it? We're at 32. It can't be. Look at this! I opened that just because I thought I needed to offer the game something at this point. Whoa, silly me. I misplayed there. I owe the game one. I owe the game one. Let's not pretend this is a one run. Remember what I said in that Maggie run? We should all be a little more cautious in life. There was a man in this room there for a second. Ooh, I don't know that I want that. Well, we haven't got the Polaroid, so it really doesn't make any fucking difference. As long as we don't get more than that. Shoop de Whoop rather than Book of Sin. Hilarious. I'll take it. Honestly, why not at this point, eh? Oh, no. Well, I can't... We should all be more cautious in life. Remember the fateful Maggie prophecy. We've got enough damage. We do more damage with our regular tiers than Shoop de Whoop. Shoop de Whoop is like a good item if you haven't got any damage to work on anyway. You take double damage on these floors now, don't you? Because it's technically past the mum fight. Don't remember. What I'm saying is I'm not going in that curse room. What a ridiculous run. It's going to take quite a while to... Fucking proptosis. I can't. It's bad. Scapula. I'll take that. We got the Seraphim transformation. We can now fly. Proptosis is a bad item. It used to be so good, but these days it's just utter dog shit. Ow. It really is terrible. It used to be like a genuinely an S tier item because it was, even at its longest range, still a damage up. But now it's very much the opposite. Do you want to buy Jumper Cable's Bloody Recharge? How does that work? If we're hit... No, that's the Martyr. If we hit enemies, it recharges our stuff? I honestly don't know. Dad's note. Dear Isaac, I need you to hold the torch for me while I work on the car. That's the worst note to ever receive from Dad. Awaz. Awaz does not... Oh, it's a crawl space on these floors, right? Oh, well. Or it's, nothing at all. Good. Good. What an absurd run. This has been a pleasure. This has been a pleasure. Nose Goblin I would happily take. Tragically, I am bound to the tick lifestyle. Yeah, bloody recharge is exactly that, isn't it? So if we hit enemies, we get a charge on our thing, right? We seem to from that last one. Go on. Orth and Magician, bit pointless. I will check all the item rooms just in case the trinket spawned and I didn't realize. No reason not to. Might as well still go for... I feel like we've already got Tainted Eve. Am I wrong? What have you got? Algies. Sure, we'll take that into the dogma fight. Why not? Not only are we going to annihilate him, you also just actually can't touch this. Oh, I should check the item room. Check the item room. So if anybody knows for a good keyboard, I think an office chair is definitely my next investment into this YouTube career. You know, like some streamers buy fucking Teslas and fucking houses. You know, those nice things. I just want things that make the job. If I can, look, I think this way. If I reach peak, if I reach peak, comfort, convenience, it's gonna have an impact on the episodes. If it's nicer to record, it's gonna make for nicer content. I think that's just obvious. Nicer the content is, the more people watch. More people watch, the more people can, you know, buy me a Tesla. I can't drive. I don't want a Tesla. I'm just using that as an example because I don't know what our streamers buy. Well, drugs, probably. Judging by some of them. I mean, how else do you sit there and stream for 36 hours solid? I stream for 3 hours and I'm thoroughly bored. I'm not bored. It's just, it's very... I feel like I have to, you know, speak to the chat and be entertaining. A lot of streamers I've watched have... I know I've brought this up before and I don't want to disparage people's... the way people do things, because evidently the way I do it is wrong, because, again, I get pretty bored of it. I did it because I could, not because I needed to. Honestly, it would have made far more sense to play them. No, you can fuck yourself, I remember you. That would actually, I think, ruin this run. We wouldn't lose, but it would just make it not fun. Your contract below is not as bad as people were making it out. It's really not that bad. Ow. What I hit then? Maximum health, cracked key, all the damage in the world. Blue Baby's only friend. Could this be a better run? What would make this better? Nothing. At this point, we've got everything. The tip list is complete. It's more than complete. Oh, this would have been a very easily won run without Sacred Heart. If we'd have Eden's blessinged into breakfast, this would still be extremely overpowered. To put that into perspective. Probably wouldn't have taken Soy Milk because the damage up from Sacred Heart is one of the best in the game. I would have made Soy Milk a little more hit and miss. 22 point. This is going to be the highest tears rate we get for a long time, if not ever. AWAS. Let's try that again. Okay, so I guess AWAS works as usual, which is like the 15% chance for a crawl space. But if you don't roll that 15% chance, I guess it just does nothing. Goes to how fucking tanky those enemies are, though, when that shit happens. I'm gonna get a run like this every day. That would save me so much time. Half an hour a day where I can actually eat food. Make myself a drink. Get hydrated. You know how it is. I want to buy an ergonomic keyboard. There's been this real trend of, like, professional designer keyboards. I know I'd run on a tirade about not buying designer tech. But if I need a new keyboard anyway, because the spacebar doesn't work. Again, that as far as keyboard problems go is pretty fucking high. Well, spacebar doesn't work occasionally, so I suppose it's slightly lower tier problem. You can die as well. I'm on the warpath. Not that I need to be. Like a split keyboard? I think it's not a bad idea. The problem is, I don't know if anyone else does this. I type with all 4 fingers and thumb on my left hand, but on my right hand, I only type with 1 finger. I know it sounds weird. There she is. Like, I've said that I'm ambidextrous before, but that makes no sense. Like, I am right-handed, but I can't type with my entire right hand, but I can type entirely with my left. It's very confusing. I just can't, like, my brain just can't countenance it. Ow? He actually hit us. He beat me. Right, die. Oh my god, the grabby hands. What does this do? Oh, I remember. Well, I remembered a little bit too late, but that's okay. Alright, there you go. Dogma fight's done. Moving on. I thought this game was supposed to be a hard game. Oh, Isaac hard mode is so hard these days. Come on, fuckers. I haven't played this for like a year and a half up until a month ago. This is easy. Look at this. I did this in my sleep. Oh my god, poor Famine. I'm surprised the Beast is even going to fight us. I do that every single one of these. I don't know if you've noticed. I always wait for Famine to charge us and knock out the Holy Mantle. Thank God they gave us that, though, honestly. This would be a struggle otherwise. These bosses are very tanky. To say that, well, I mean, we're hitting them with what we're hitting them with. It's okay. The other horsemen, you can leave. You don't have to fight me if you don't want. I think got boss armor. It seemed very bizarre that we could Huggle's destruction. Yeah, get destructed. Didn't work. Want a refund. I suppose we've probably got the effect of Lusty Blood by now as well. The nose goblin's good. Maybe it's just Famine. Maybe Famine's just fucking tanky as all hell. Boy. I need that key. Yeah, I think it's just Famine. Guy's tough as nails. We got War. Let's get a little bit higher so we can account for the gravity. I wonder if those second shots from Belial, I wonder if these enemies are big enough where that... Well, that was a bit unfortunate. Where these second shots are from Eye of Belial are... working? You know, like doing a second tick of damage as they go through. Was that Spider Eggs? Oh my god. We're taking a lot of damage, though, to be fair. I'm getting very complacent. Let's be a bit more careful. If I lose now, I will cry. Because this is like the most powerful one we're ever going to have. I'm just getting a bit too distracted here. Because we've gone through the entire run so far without so much as having to bat an eye. Yes, get him. I am death now. Destroyer of worlds. Oh, Jesus. That one's bad. Proptosis. Okay, that's a bad roll. He's dead, though. You don't have to fight me, big beast. Not if you don't want to. I'll let you off. Monstrous tooth shots. Please eat my teeth. What a horrible thought. Being grabbed by a little horn. Or big horn. The nails. It's just a stream of nails. God, this was good. This was a good fight. I think the beast, this specific section of the entire home floor. Oh, that was a bit bullshit, that one. Of the entire home floor. This is absolutely the easiest segment. My god, he didn't even get to use his brimstone laser. I've never seen that before either. I guess she never got to use her brimstone laser. Wow. The only thing missing from this, otherwise S tier run, Guppy. Guppy would have been hilarious just to see the damage. Holy crap. There you go. Good work. The sky above cracked open with soy milk tears. Cracked orb. Cracked orb. Let's go and have a look at what that does then. Well, that was a nice succinct one. Even so, still 33 minutes to get to the beast with that. I suppose we did do the extra floor, didn't we? Cracked orb. Isaac. So what does cracked orb do? Upon being hit, it reveals a random room on the floor and unlocks all doors in that room required to open, as well as secret rooms and super secret rooms. That's actually really good. Yeah, that's actually very, very good. Okay. Ultra secret rooms as well, apparently it can open. Interesting. That's something we haven't actually encountered yet, so we'll maybe see one of those in the future. Well, that was very explosive. Well, I wanted to look at the characters, but the game has decided to close, so we will end it there on this sad void of a screen.